You
Okay.
can only call it, even though the language of Article 5, the concluding language, indicates that conditions exist. They do not. And the reason they don't, and it's not easily understood by most people, and especially by those who are both promoting a convention and many who are opposing a convention,
Okay.
don't understand the principle of the power of people. The United States is not a country formed by another country. The United States is a country formed by the citizens, by the people within the country. It is not the result of any formal legislative activity. The people themselves form a convention, and they are the supreme authority of that country.
So that's really, I think that's uberly important here, because
Extremely.
what you're saying is, once a convention is called, all other structures of the Constitution are put on hold. Is that right?
They yield to the convention. Absolutely.
Okay. So that's something it's extremely important to be able to say, like, okay, regardless of how we try to control what happens inside of there, whatever happens, whatever is the product of that is the new Constitution, the new doctrine, etc. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and as you've indicated, that is not well understood. That is not well understood by the states. State legislators are in a habit of passing laws, and when they pass those laws, they put conditions on it. They put methods of enforcement, punishment, rewards, and so forth, which a convention, which a Article 5 cannot do.
Okay.
Because once Article 5 releases that to the convention is superior to the state.
So that's really interesting. I had done a bunch of research to prepare for this conversation, and I had noticed on whatever website that is pro-convention or whatever, there's a lot of states that will put inside of their own state legislatures controls for an Article 5 convention.
Yes.
And at first it's like, oh, this is a great idea, because whether we get sucked into it or whether we want to do it, let's at least prepare our state so that we can do a few things. One, control a delegate, right? And you see those in there, controls on delegates. And then also, what is the process for a secondary ratification process? So as we read in Article 5, Congress determines whether the applying body, whether the state legislature that said, hey, here we want this amendment, we want this convention, whether they get to be the ratifying body, or whether somebody inside of their own state is the ratifying body. So Congress gets to choose the ratification method, if I have that correct.
Yes.
And so states have, some states, very few, have legislation that determine how, if Congress does the second choice, this is what we're going to do, right? So let's dive into a little bit of that. We were at dinner last night. I thought I was really prepared, and I sat down with you, and you just completely blew my mind. I was like, okay, well, what did I research all this for?
I need to apologize.
No, you're fine. Don't, no, it's fine. So let's talk about the first one, is the controlling of a delegate. Can a state control their delegate?
Not once that gavel goes down in the convention.